여러분 안녕하세요. 근수입니다. 오늘은 GTA를 해볼 거예요. 이건 진짜판 핸드폰으로 하고 있습니다. 이걸 까는 법은 제가 좋아요, 구독하기 20명이 되면 알려드리겠습니다. 이게 제 캐릭터인데요. 피가 많이 달았죠?
That's okay, baby doll. That's alright.
잠깐만, 내 오토바이. 여기가 이건 제 차량이고요. 이건 제 차량입니다.
Presiding over some of the least informed debate on the radio. In this episode of Pressing the Issue, we had Alex Shrub, Callum Grayshaw, and John Florida Hickory discussing safety. I guess you've all got to make up your own minds. Should we be as wet as fish or a corrupt money-grabbing thief? Gentlemen, I feel we really got somewhere, and that Vice City and people everywhere know a lot more than they did before we began. And now, over to Jonathan and Melissa to talk to you about public radio in your area.
You're listening to VCPR, the radio station for disoriented and unrealistic college professors who wear fuzzy sweaters and find everything terribly interesting. I'm Michelle Montanius.
And I'm Jonathan Freeloader. Public radio is very important. You may have heard my recent hour-long story about my hike in the park.
That was fascinating and very important for everyone, even the blind. Play a selection, Jonathan.
I think this is the part where I came to the big tree.
I almost felt like I was there. You won't get this kind of nauseating detail on commercial radio. VCPR is 100% commercial-free. Absolutely nothing interrupts your enjoyment of our fine programming and ability to tackle the important things like Jonathan's walk in the park. But we need you. Think of yourself as a member of this station, except you aren't allowed in the doors. That's an important metaphor for life.
Yes, how wonderful would it be to own an hour of this radio station? We just got an enormous pledge from Farewell Ranch. That's great. Farewell Ranch is a great place to take your loved one. Just dial 866-9-BURY-ME. Remember, VCPR is commercial and interest-free. Donate your money now.
Thank you, guys. So, we're back on Pressing Issues. Just one of many fine shows you'll hear if you have the patience to listen to public radio. Although thanks to the many awards we have won, Pressing Issues has extended playtime and is the #1 rated show in the Vice City area. I'm your very entertaining host, Maris Chavez, a man climbing the broadcasting ladder at a rate of 6 knots. 6 years ago, I was a clown, and now I'm a success. Think about it. Imagine where I could be in 10 years. I could achieve anything. Anyway, morality. What is it? Why do we need it? Our ancestors, shortly after discovering fire, built tools to beat each other over the head and discover how to make meat to celebrate with afterwards. Then Columbus came over, shut down the Pilgrim Discos. Why? All very confusing if you ask me. And you did. And I asked myself, that is a perfect subject for a region-wide discussion show, which is very lucky because I happen to host one.
여긴 제 집입니다. 이 층도 있습니다. 제가 자는 곳은 여기입니다. 여기도 아니면 그래 여기.
I sweat so much. Mind the head, man.
렉이 좀 걸려.
Was that your fault or mine?
저 지금 일하러 가서 옷 좀 더 경찰서에 가서 바꿔볼게요. 경찰서가 어디였지?
Oops! Was that my fault? Buzz off!
National Geographics lately? People around the world are nude. You don't want to shoot a machine gun or a howitzer or a flamethrower if you're naked. It could burn or scald in quite a personal fashion, quite frankly. Have you been to the zoo? Animals are naked. If everyone were naked, there'd be no war. Everyone's complaining about crime and the theft of cars in the city. No one's ever stolen my car. No one's ever pickpocketed me. They've never even tried.
That's because you're a dick.
This is not your street, man.
Noah had an ark, Texans had the Alamo, and I am building a highly fortified structure in my image. Simple. This 50-story statue will be able to deflect alpha, gamma, and beta radiation. The day is coming and coming soon where the artificial suns will
Ani.
rain down to punish the
Yes.
degenerates of this city. But you can save yourself.
내
Pastor
차를
Richard's
타서
Salvation statue will be a completely self-sufficient community. We have canned food rations,
아니 내 차 고장났잖아. 씨.
What you got?
아니 차.
Oh, Mac.
Welsh. They're the ones responsible for the nightmare Vice City is today. The crime in the streets, the parties, the children born out of wedlock to a future of hopelessness. Anyone who does not agree with me is mentally sick and should be shot, I'm afraid to say. We need to build a place to escape these transgressions.
Whew, that's extreme stuff, Pastor. But we'll leave amateur eugenics for a minute and ask our other panelists. Jan, you're a mom, so you know everything. What is your thought on all this? And do you think Pastor Richard stole his ideas from a movie or book?
Well, yes, I am a mom. My kids are very special. So special, they go to special classes. Now, I teach my kids history to give them perspective. Last night I was telling them about how Magellan sailed around the Strait of Magellan and met some friendly natives that gave him supplies. Then he had to kill all of them. And that's an important lesson about life. If you look at nature, you'll see many species that eat their children to protect them. This is especially true of hamsters. It's about putting the family first. That's really important to me, and where a lot of my morality comes from. And if you don't like it, find your own husband and stay away from mine, okay?
Oh.
I only wish I'd married their father. I'm gonna eat. I'm starving.
어디?
I'm going to scream and have two for him.
Yoo-hoo! It's Tony, right here on Flash. Your hot source for hot, flashy hits. When these guys are done with me, I walk like an Egyptian.
I want some good crap.
자, 어디를 가볼까요? 해요.
I'm going nowhere fast. The sign say no standing.
자, 오늘은 여기에서 끝내도록 하겠습니다.